Hello humans, I'm the TheAlienDoctor, but you can call me Alien, and welcome back to another Minecraft Bedrock Edition preview / beta video. Today we're going to be taking a look at preview 1.18.30.27 or beta 1.18.30.26 because they both have different version numbers still. Please, can they just have the same version numbers? That would be really nice, to be honest. But anyway, now before we get too far into this, I do just want to warn you, if you are for some random reason deciding to load your pre-1.18 world in this preview, bear in mind that worlds that have areas that are unexplored since before 1.18 may experience issues in those areas with below y=0 not generating correctly. Basically, just don't load your pre-1.18 worlds in this beta / preview. It doesn't really make sense why you would do that anyway, but in case you were, yeah, just don't. So first of all, let's take a look at probably the biggest feature in this preview. So it is the addition of goat horns and then also copper horns. So these all have 80 different unique sounds, and yeah, I'm going to go through all of these sounds in a second. But to actually craft the copper horn, you take a goat horn and then you surround it in copper using a sort of V shape like this to get yourself a copper horn. So that's how you get the copper horn, if you're wondering. Now let's go over all of these sounds. Now, as you can see, this one is actually called Feel, and that one actually sounds quite a lot like the sort of raid sound, which is kind of interesting. And then you can see here, Admire also is very similar to the raid sound from the pillagers and that sort of thing. Well, it is. It's not very similar, it just is. As is Call. So these three are all very similar to raid sounds. Well, they are raid sounds. I don't know why I keep saying similar. So with the copper horns, depending on what you're doing, they'll play at a different pitch. So if we just get this one, for example, and play it whilst we're crouching, you can see it's going to play it at a lower pitch. If we play it whilst looking up, then it will play at a higher pitch. However, this does not actually apply to the normal goat horns. It does not matter what you are doing, the normal goat horns will always sound the same. It is actually only for the copper horn. So the way that you actually obtain these horns is via goats, obviously. So as long as a goat has more than one horn, so you can see here this one has two, and if we can get one that has one horn or no horns, like this guy for example only has one horn, so it'll still work fine. Apparently they can also generate with no horns or spawn, but I haven't actually seen any with no horns, so they must be fairly rare. But anyway, as long as a goat has a one or more horn and it rams any of these blocks, so stone, pectite, iron ore, copper ore, emerald ore, and any type of overworld log, then it will actually drop a goat horn. You can then use that goat horn to craft it into a copper horn, which I showed you earlier. But yeah, it takes quite a long time for one of these guys to actually ram any of those types of blocks. But yeah, Now, the reason I imagine these blocks have actually been chosen is just because, as you can see there, they just generate sort of naturally on the mountainside. So of course, if you want these features, then once this preview becomes a stable release, then you can get them via enabling the wild update toggle and also the vanilla experiments toggle for some of them. However, bear in mind that these features are still under development. They can't be turned off after world creation, and they also may break your worlds and stuff like that because, of course, things may change. I mean, just look at this world. This world is very broken because of how world generation changed. I mean, you can't even get this seed anymore. But yeah, anyway. So those are all the wild update features aside. Now let's actually take a look at some features and bug fixes. These will likely come up in the latest release, which will probably be 1.18.20. So the next change is actually very beneficial for raid farms now, and that is to do with pillager captains. So now when you actually kill a pillager captain, you will actually get the bad omen effect. You can see here I tested this and you actually do already get it. If we just clear my effects real quickly and then summon in another pillager captain and then kill it, you can see here that I will get bad omen, although I have lost my strength, so I didn't think of this very through. Anyway, as I was saying, so if you kill this guy, then you will actually get bad omen now. Previously, in some previews, you actually wouldn't, which obviously isn't very useful for raid farms. So they have fixed a rather strange bug, and it's actually listed as a parity feature, but I'm pretty sure this would count as a bug, where basically nether bricks, iron nuggets, gold nuggets, red mushroom blocks, brown mushroom blocks, chorus plants, and chorus flowers can no longer be used as fuel in a furnace. So previously, you could actually use all of these items as fuel in a furnace, which is of course not in Java Edition, which is why it's listed as a vanilla parity feature. However, in my personal opinion, I mean, surely this was a bug. Like, surely you're not meant to be able to use iron nuggets as furnace fuel. But you can see that if we try and put any of these items into the fuel part of a furnace, you can see right here that they will no longer go in because you can no longer use them as fuel. But of course, this change isn't actually out on the latest release yet. So if you have a ton of these items and you don't know what to do with them, then maybe use them as fuel. So other than a few technical updates, that is actually it for this preview. So thank you very much for watching. If you're interested in more Minecraft Bedrock Edition content, then don't forget to subscribe today to join the Alien Empire. YouTube recommends that you might like the video on screen right now, so maybe go check it out. I'll see you in the next video coming very, very soon. Bye.